Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We got another live Q&A, obviously. And to be honest, I've just been doing stuff all day, and by doing stuff, I mean I was relaxing and honestly I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and it got to the point where it was like almost 6 o'clock and I'm like, I could do a normal Q&A and edit it and upload it and that'd take a little bit longer, or I could just have a lot less work to do and do a live one and make a really clickbait title and thumbnail. Um, but I am here to do a Q&A. I'll answer a couple of these ones off the top here. What's up, everyone? I see everyone saying hi. I'll answer a couple of these off the top, and then I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to let you guys see how long this takes to scroll sometimes, like just to get to further down questions. And I know I haven't uploaded so frequently recently, and to be honest, I've talked about before, part of that was just that not enough time, or I was having a terrible sleep schedule. Thankfully, my sleep schedule is great now. I get up like 8 or 7 a.m. now. The last few days have been pretty busy though, so I just didn't have, you probably saw on Twitter, I was finishing up taxes, and, well, my car got screwed over, so I'm out of a car, and I was kind of upset about that. I didn't really feel like making a video. It was already late in the day, so kind of just felt like relaxing. So, yeah, the Jaguar, it's gone. The whole steering mechanism got basically ripped out from under the car when I was driving. So, I mean, it can get fixed, but I basically would have to get the whole front, like, frame fixed up. So 87 Jaguar with a brand new frame. I mean, good luck finding that at a good price, right? So I'll see what I do with the car, but I have no idea. But I'm sure not many people care about that, but I'm explaining myself, I'm going to try to keep my uploads up here. But let's just go ahead and answer some damn questions already. Do you agree not to judge a book by its cover? I mean, I think that's... If you're a halfway decent human, you should probably already know that. But, I mean, it really is true. You can't really know someone you can't really judge someone until you do get to know someone. And hopefully my audio is actually coming in, because I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, it was when I tested this, but you can't really know someone truly until you get to know them and, I guess, open the book without being too cringy with that line. But the problem with that is that the visual representation of someone can often just be your first impression, and that can really make or break someone. So, when you see the phrase to not judge a book by the cover, it is true, but a visual thing with people, especially someone with the opposite sex, if that's what you're attracted to, that's a pretty damn big deal. But, I mean, really, what's inside is what matters. And I know that's, like, the most cliche thing to say, but there's a reason it's cliche, and it's because it's true. So, And I know the chat's already going to be getting out of hand, but I'll just answer some of these questions here. Do you hate it when people say Dragon Ball Z Super? I don't really hate it. I mean, I don't even really hate it when people say Bills instead of Beerus. But Dragon Ball Z Super, I mean, it's wrong, but it's almost not in a way. I mean, it's not like we don't know what they're talking about, and it is the successor to Dragon Ball Z, or the true one. I mean, but then again, did people ever say, and I know the internet wasn't a huge thing back then, but when GT came around, did people ever say Dragon Ball Z GT? I've never heard that abbreviation or it typed out in general, really. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not really bothered by it, though. So, yeah. I think One Punch Man fans are such fanboys. Say One Punch Man is on SSJ Blue Goku level, and Goku and Beerus punches were destroying the universe, and all One Punch Man ever did was destroy part of a moon and a city, something Piccolo could on the Saiyan arc. I don't know jack squat about One Punch Man. But from what I've heard, he's nowhere... I mean, he's not even Cell level, but I haven't seen it. I can't give you guys an accurate description of the character or his power. I don't have that knowledge. I just know what I've heard and what I've seen a little bit of, but I am not the final say on that, but just from what I've seen, there's nothing to say that he could beat like Super Saiyan Blue Goku. But all these versus fights, like cross, you know, universe fights with other animes and mangas, it's fun to talk about, but when it's something like, let's say, Goku versus Superman or Goku versus anyone, it's like, I like Goku as a character. It's him being strong is a nice bonus, but it really is that character. Even though a lot of people say that Goku doesn't have a lot of character, there is a lot of stuff going on with him. He is simple, but simplicity is not a bad thing. Simplicity is the easiest thing to grasp onto, and that's why he is the most popular character in the series, really, because he is so simple and likable for the general public. And maybe I fit into that mold, but I don't really care if that's a problem with some people. That's just, if I'm entertained, I mean, that's all that really matters. And, you know, oh well. Let's see here. And that's not One Punch Man thing, but I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to scroll and, you know, let's just see how far this one goes down. Why is this not sticking? It's supposed to stick so it just, I don't have to touch the mouse to scroll down. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to have to hold it here either way, but, like, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise, but it takes a very long time to get to the bottom. I'm not going to go to the bottom, but, I mean, there's a lot here. So when I do the rare, extremely rare Q&A where I actually go to the very bottom, then it's definitely a task. Let's see if we can get a good one to start at here. This is from a month ago. These are some crazy fights. I made a poll on Google Plus. That is nice, but I can't look at it now. I can't do Google Plus with Dragon Ball. I really, really can't. Let's see here. Bear with me here, people. Bear with me here, guys. Oh boy, I gotta answer this one. All right. Who would win in a fight? SS God, SS John Marston, or Golden Omega Shenron fused with Jocko? I can understand the second half because it is Dragon Ball characters, but I don't understand. By the way, I did not see Samurai Jack, Matthew Stewart. Not yet. I feel like I gotta rewatch the original series first and then rewatch this. I've heard this one's disappointing, but there's very few people that said that, so don't take my word for it. I'll have to catch it eventually. But SSJ or SSG SS, or I guess SS Blue, John Marston, so the main character from Red Dead Redemption, or Golden Omega Shenron fused with Jocko. Now, as much as I think John Marston's one of the best characters in video game history, and that story is just incredible. He's a cowboy, and I mean, realistically, if I'm going to have to break it down, Omega Shenron by himself would be enough. But you're giving him Golden and Jocko. Does Jocko bring him down? That's the question. Either way, it doesn't matter. Omega Shenron would win. Unless he has, like, infinite Deadeye, then John Marston just keep blowing loads on him, basically. So, let's see here. Merge Zamasu versus Vegito Blue. Who is truly the strongest? I mean, it shouldn't really be that hard. It's Vegito Blue. I think I've answered that one before, but, like, I don't understand the who's truly the strongest. Like, is that really a question? Like, I'm a little confused. John Marston versus Michael from GTA 5. The thing is like, I don't know if you want me to include, like, Michael's slow-mo ability too. Or if we're just going, like, straight off just gunplay without any powers. But I mean, Michael's basically, you know, professional bank robber. Had a pretty crazy life pretty much all around, really. I just feel like that survival in the Wild West, and let's not say that they have automatic weapons and stuff. Let's just give them, like, the same gun, and they both know how to use a weapon. I would still say John Marston, just because that Wild West, that outlaw, he did bank heists, even though they are a lot simpler back then. I feel like fighting the law in the Wild West and shooting on horseback and all sorts of stuff, I don't know. Then again, Michael shoots from cars, so that's a tough fight, but that is a cool fight. But yeah, I don't really know the true answer, to be honest. Jocko's like less than Raditz, isn't he? Vegeta, I probably would agree. It's kind of hard to pinpoint, but I mean, running away from all the Frieza soldiers, which, you know, range from whatever the hell power level you want to give them. People have put them above 1,500. We have no idea what level the Frieza soldiers were in Frieza's army in the film, Resurrection F, or in Super, really, but I would say Jocko, just based on the fact that he ran away from a lot of them. Even though you could say that them ganging up on him was a big deal, and that was a really a hefty load on him, really. No innuendo intended there. I just feel like Jocko probably would be around Raditz's level. Somewhere around that range, but no more than that. That might be highballing there. Whose fighting style is best? Android 17, Frieza, Piccolo, Pikkon, SSJ3, Goku. I mean, Goku really goes for any Goku. Are you talking about like in a game or in the series? I mean, I'm going to be biased if I pick Goku. I think between the other four, I do like the way Piccolo fights the best, because he does have the advantage of stretching his arms out and really does have a lot more tactics in his mind. He's a lot more tactically advanced than the other characters, I suppose you could say. And he does have a lot more skill. At least that's my opinion. But the thing about Frieza that was cool was that he was just stronger than everyone. So he did have a very powerful fighting style. And he was a very... It's weird because he says, like, you know, oh, I've never trained a day in my life. But he has a very good grasp on fighting techniques. And he has his own style. It's like, you built that up somewhere. Where was it? Like, you weren't born with that style friggin' branded in your mind, right? So, I mean, I would say Goku's my favorite. Just 'cause it's Goku. I mean, he's my favorite character. I do like the way he fights. And suggest, like, if you break it down to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I'd still say Piccolo. But, I mean, if it's Goku as a whole, I'd pick Goku just because there is so many scenes and so many moments. One of my favorite is basically I guess you could say it's the Meteor combination, which I guess is what's called in Tenkaichi, I think. What he did to Piccolo in the tournament at the end of Dragon Ball, you know, the flurry of hits and then the Kamehameha. That's an amazing move right there, or amazing combination, I guess. But I guess if you're picking all these guys, I'll pick Piccolo. Assuming it's just Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And not all of Goku. Frost versus Buhan. Hands down Buhan. I'm sorry. What? Spoke way too fast for my own good there. Hands down Frost. Sorry. Oh my god. The fact that Frost's final form has to push Goku to above Super Saiyan, which people will argue is Super Saiyan God level. I mean, even in his first form, I could see Frost being stronger than Buhan, maybe. It's so hard, I feel like, to pinpoint Goku's base. And people do go as far as to say Goku's base is Super Saiyan God level, which I'm not convinced of that yet. But definitely, final form Frost, just based on how he pushed Goku to go Super Saiyan. Even though Goku was mopping the floor with him, final form Frost is stronger than base Goku, basically, by power scaling. And people say Goku was toying with him and goes Super Saiyan for no reason. I think that's psycho. Frost is stronger than base Goku, and I feel like base Goku was definitely stronger than Buhan. Frost would be more powerful than Buhan. People are going to go and say Piccolo tangled with Frost. I almost feel like whenever people talk about Piccolo and Frost, and I don't understand what's wrong with people sometimes, they always leave out the part where Frost is, like, seriously damaged. Like, isn't that an important factor or not? Like, does that not matter in Dragon Ball? Does no one take damage anymore? Does damage not weaken your fighting capability? Does it not reduce your overall ki? Obviously it does. But, yeah, I would say that Frost is stronger than Buhan, definitely. Black versus Super Saiyan 3 Kaba. Black, no contest. Pikkon versus Majin Vegeta. That's a very interesting one, because Pikkon was kind of like on par with Super Kaioken Goku. So what I find interesting about that is you can kind of compare that. I guess that would be close to like Super Saiyan 2 level-ish, wouldn't it? But I feel like Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Vegeta, Goku even said that they were dead even. And I know I made a really long, a terrible video a long time ago. It's a terrible video. I think I left it up. I can't remember really. I've made some bad videos before, and that's, well, you know, we all learn. Vegeta and Goku were equal when Vegeta got Majin. Goku even admitted that. And, you know, maybe it's a bluff, but, I mean, it looked like they were pretty damn equal. But I would think that Super Saiyan 2 Goku would be a bit more powerful than Super Kaioken Goku. And, you know, Vegeta's an incredibly good tactician, just like Goku. And maybe even more so than Goku in certain ways. So, I mean, short answer is I think Vegeta would win. If that's what you guys want me to say. Or if that's what the person that asked it wants me to say. Super Perfect Cell versus First Form Frieza Resurrection F. Just based off of memory, at least in Super, I feel like Frieza would be stronger. I can't, and you know, forgive me for not exactly remembering everything that happened in that Super arc right off the top of my head. But just based on what I remember seeing, I would say that, well, what? Wait a minute. Frieza took out Super Saiyan Gohan, right? I don't remember if he went back to his base or not in Super. So just forgive me for that, but based on what he did to Gohan, I mean, it definitely would be stronger than Cell. And if it was the Super Saiyan Gohan, which it doesn't make sense because he's talking about the Tagoma being stronger than him at his best. So he's saying Tagoma stronger than Ultimate Gohan, but then Gohan goes Super Saiyan and beats him. So his best is now his current self. But then Frieza beats him. So Cell would lose. Because that Gohan would be stronger than Ultimate Gohan, making First Form Frieza stronger than Ultimate Gohan. If I'm remembering it right, I just can't remember if it was his base he got taken out in or Super Saiyan. Either way, I feel like that Frieza's base would be well above Cell either way, so I don't need to really explain myself too much, I guess. You guys should see, like, all the questions at the top. They're, like, all... It always happens. I don't know why. It's all duplicates of old questions that I've answered and deleted. I don't know what the hell's wrong with Ask FM. SS God Goku versus Buhan. It's not even a fight. Goku, hands down. Mystic Gohan versus Super Perfect Cell Janemba Absorb. Janemba is a piece of cake for Gohan. He's like an ant, basically, I would say. I mean, I've always compared Janemba, Super Janemba, to Kid Buu. Stronger than Kid Buu, but around that Kid Buu-ish level. Closer to Kid Buu than he is closer to Super Buu. How about that? Just based on how Goku did get some damaging on him and Goku was scared. He really was afraid of Super Buu and didn't even want to bother fighting him. And yeah, Janemba powers up at the end of the movie. Who knows by how much. But I doubt it was enough to put him above Super Buu. And even if it is, Cell absorbing someone that's equal to the power of Super Buu is not going to be enough to beat Gohan. Hope that was not confusing. Merge Zamasu versus Vegito Blue. Who is truly the strongest? I wonder. We just answered this. What moment in Dragon Ball do you love? All kinds of moments. I mean, you can't really just pinpoint one, right? Semi-perfect Cell versus Bojack. I mean, max power Bojack or just either way, I'd say Bojack. It doesn't matter if he's full power or not. I'd say Bojack. But perfect Cell would beat Bojack in my opinion. If that makes sense to anyone. Hopefully it does. I mean, it's not that hard to grasp, right? Well, let's see here. $5 if you get drunk. I'm not a prostitute. I would honestly consider the offer if it was, not 6:21 p.m. I don't drink until at least 9, and I haven't gotten drunk in like 2 weeks. So, hey, I'll keep your offer though. I'll remember it for next time I drink, and I'll send a tweet to you or something. You didn't say when I had to get drunk, so I'm making a free $5 here. So, Rule 34, Dragon Ball Nation. I swear, if someone... Okay, now let me just say this first of all. I know I've said in the past that it would be amazing if someone did this, like what happened with the wiki page, or made a fan fiction about me, which did happen. I have to go back and read that for the channel. I wanted to say it'd be amazing if someone did a Rule 34 of me, but it really wouldn't be. It wouldn't, don't do it. Just don't. Rule 34, double for anime / laughing stock media. That. Oh boy, I can't right now. I cannot. We're only 20 minutes in and I just can't. Can't even. Let's just see what we got here. I'm looking at the chat here. Rule 69, is that even one of the rules? I know there's like, isn't there Rule 66 or something? I'm just reading this chat. I should have put the chat in the frickin' video up here on the screen. When Perfect Cell absorbed Goku in GT, how strong did he get from those few moments? I believe he was Super Buu level. I mean, base Goku in GT stronger than, is somewhere around, I've always said Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks in, the first half of GT, just based on, like, him busting out, like, that dimension with the Kamehameha. He's got to be like, somewhere around that level. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, Cell absorbing him, depending on how Cell's absorption works, if he actually, not just an energy drain, but actual absorption of another being, like Goku, does that just add power, or does it multiply, or does it add a reduced amount? So let's say Goku is a power level of 3 trillion. Does it give Cell 25 or 2.5 trillion? I don't know. But I could see, yeah, him being on Super Buu level. I mean, it might sound crazy, but if Goku's base is somewhere around Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3, then that puts him around Super Buu too. So if it's an addition, then logically, yeah. Isn't math great? I don't think I ever told a story, but I got a 30 in geometry. No, sorry about this. I failed geometry the first year, and geometry doesn't mean shit in life, right? Unless I'm gonna be some like architect. I failed geometry the first year I took it, and then I took it the next year in my senior year. And oh no, wait, I took it in 11th grade. I didn't have a math class in senior year. I got lucky. I took it again in 11th grade and got like a 7. Oh no, what the hell am I? 70? 30. Now I sound like I'm lying. A 30, pretty much the whole year, I was like around 30. It was really failing bad. And then, most schools is you take the final test, and if you pass that test, you can pass the class. So I'm like, okay, I gotta pass this, otherwise I might have to repeat the 11th grade because I failed like 3 other classes, or 4. I took the test, and I got a 43. And they still passed me. They passed me in that class. They passed me in the other, what was it, a college life course. They passed me in, I did good in animal science. Or no, is animal science that? No, that was plant science. Wait. It was plant science and vet science in senior year. You see, I only had school in 2014 when I graduated. And I can't even remember half the shit already. Either way, senior year I failed every class basically. And they passed me for all of them. Actually, I think my English teacher liked me a lot, if you catch my drift. And I didn't do anything in that class, and I got like a 75. I didn't do anything. I didn't read any of the books. I didn't do any of the essays. I did the tests because they were right in front of me. I guessed on books, and I managed to pass. I don't know. I don't know. But I look at my friends that got like 90s and stuff in school, and, some of them drop out of college, and it's like, we're not on any higher level than each other. We're both on the same level. Like, them doing good in school and a lot of other people doing good in school, it didn't mean anything. I mean, in America especially, I mean, I know there's countries where like education's really pounded in, but in America it seems to not matter a lot. Unless you get into college. Now, granted, college and high school are tied in. But if you get into college, that's where it matters most. I feel like high school is just like, I don't know what to tell you. It didn't matter for me, obviously. But I don't have any core skills. I just worked at a gas station / ice cream parlor / grocery store, I guess. I don't know. Stewart shops. And then I did YouTube, so... And I painted a fence once. Poorly. This Q&A turned into like a life story. Well, not a life story, but... a story. Merge Zamasu has to be stronger than Vegito because Zamasu broke Vegito's spirit sword and he blew away Vegito just by powering up. He didn't even tank a full... He even tanked full power Kamehameha with a smile. I don't really see how that makes him stronger, though. I mean, it makes him more durable than people probably think. But not stronger. I mean, no. I'm not seeing it. Sorry. Not seeing it right now. Ultimate Perfect Cell versus... I mean, both of these questions, Ultimate Perfect Cell wins. It's the same damn question anyways. Jesus Christ. Janemba versus Hirudegarn. Hirudegarn would probably win because Janemba wouldn't be able to figure out how to beat him. I got a question. Do you guys think Janemba has any, like... Maybe this is a video topic just because it's super, super clickbait. No, I'm kidding. But I don't think anyone's done a video on this. And maybe it's something that really there isn't much to say. Maybe it'd be like a 3-minute video or a 4-minute video. Just real quick for you guys, though. Do you think that Janemba has any regenerative capabilities at all? I feel like... I've always kind of felt like he might. Just based on all his dimensional manipulation and... I know it's kind of silly, but kind of how the way he broke apart when Gogeta got him, he kind of was like, not melting, but he was bubbling. Or he was like, holes were like popping out of him, I guess. I don't know. It's weird to explain, but you know how he gets like killed by Gogeta? He like starts tearing pieces of him open. I mean, like holes get torn out of him. I can't even speak. So no. One yes. Okay, so I'm just an idiot then. I don't know. I've always kind of felt like he did, but there's no evidence to support it, so we can't really use it in an argument. But I've always felt like it just because of that dimensional manipulation, and I guess that's really it. That's a really bad reason to think someone has regeneration, isn't it? Thank God I have a conscience to say otherwise. Thank God. Actually, just thank me. Black Base versus Golden Frieza. At its highest, I would say Black, just because Goku and Vegeta had gotten so much stronger since the Resurrection F arc, honestly. Second Coming Broly versus Super Perfect Cell. I mean, I've always said Super Perfect Cell. I mean, I don't think it's a shit show fight. I think it is very close, but I feel like Cell's techniques, his regenerative capabilities, I just feel like he would have the upper hand. That's just my honest opinion. Especially because he's going to have instant transmission, too. I don't know. I just feel like he would win. Dragon Ball Super Piccolo versus Bootanks. Bootanks, I would still say. You know, obviously not including the most recent arc, the Universe Survival arc, because we have no idea how strong he is right now. But just given, since I guess the Universe 6 arc, I would say that Bootanks is stronger. Merge Zama... This freaking question again. That one again. What up, homie? Nothing. Doing a Q&A, obviously. If you ever... I want to do a video... I know people have seen it, but I feel like maybe doing a video on the backstory of it and doing a whole little summary of it, I guess, and my thoughts on the special. Have you ever seen the crossover between Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and this other anime? It's pretty awful, unrealistic, and doesn't make a lot of sense. The other anime was Toriko. Never seen it in my life. I didn't think the special was bad. I actually had fun with it. I want to rewatch it, though, and I might do a little video on it. Something quick. I like to keep things different. I don't always make the most clickable videos, I guess. I try sometimes, but I do like to keep things mixed up, and hopefully it entertains people, but, you know... I feel like keeping up with the times and keeping up with like news and stuff, I feel like that isn't me, and I feel like I can't do it consistently enough to make it matter, so I might as well just have fun with the channel and make the videos I want to do and make things that I think people are going to watch, obviously, but have fun with it. And that's the number one thing you want to do when you do a YouTube channel. Have freaking fun with it, man. Jeez. I'm getting off track today. Jay Gatsby versus... I It's, uh, Jay Gatsby. Who the heck is Jay Gatsby? Why am I not? That's not someone. Wait a minute. Look, I'm Googling. Jay Gatsby. Okay, so from The Great Gatsby, which I had to read the book in English, which, like I said before, I didn't read any of the books. Then we saw the movie, the remake. Wait, was there actually an original Great Gatsby movie, though, off the book? Either way, the movie, I thought was a horrendous piece of film. I did not find it entertaining at all. Pretty obnoxious, actually. And there's some movies where I just feel like are so cringy to watch. Like, that was... I just didn't enjoy it. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know how people thought... what people thought of that movie, but... just because I didn't like the movie and I didn't read the book, I'd say Saitama and Goten would beat both of them. That's just my opinion. God forbid I read a book once in a while, right? God forbid it. Let's get the hell out. These questions out of here. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation today, and today I'm going to be at your mom's house. I had to finish it with something. Sorry if it was childish. Okay, let's see here. Homo erectus spotted dick crape. Crappe. I guess if it was crappe, wouldn't it have the little freaking like accent thing above it? I don't know. Have you ever done a fart lick? Tried it once, passed out. No, I can't say I've ever tried a fart lick before. That should have been the featured question, but fart lick. That's just a weird. Did you make that up, or is that like a? I'm gonna Google fart lick. It's not gonna pop up on the screen. Have I seen Kong Skull Island? Yeah, I did. Really fun monster movie. A lot of great action scenes. Although I don't think the action scenes themselves were better than the action scenes of the Peter Jackson's King Kong in 2005. I think that was a really good movie. Even though the first time watching it's amazing. Second time watching you're like, this movie's way too long. But the action scenes in that movie were definitely better than the new Kong. That doesn't mean Kong was bad. It was very entertaining, but I feel like the main, I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like the main threat or the main monster that, that's in it is kind of lame. I don't know. There are a lot of really cool creature designs, but at the same time, on the flip side, the Peter Jackson's King Kong. Cooler creatures, and there were more of them. There were a few in the new Kong, though, that were probably cooler than some of the ones in the older film. But there's no real story to it. I mean, there's just a lot of things that don't. The main thing is the action. And I think that's what people really expect. I don't think anyone should expect it for a super in-depth movie or some big romance movie or a big drama. It's a big action movie. It's not really a remake of the 1933 film, or it's not really. I don't know if you call it a reboot, but it is an extension of the King Kong stuff. It's a film that's in the same vein of the 2014 Godzilla. It's a reimagining of the character in a different time. 1970s. Godzilla was 2014. So it's a completely different story. It's not trying to be the original film. So appreciate it for what it is. It's a fun movie that I enjoyed seeing. I saw that, Logan, and Get Out all in the same day. Get Out is an amazing movie. I thought that such a well-done movie. There's a couple problems with it, and some predictability. I feel like there's a lot of things that are predictable, but overall, as a film, I really enjoyed it, and that was the best film of the day. Logan was very good, even though I haven't seen an X-Men movie since Origins, and I haven't seen. I don't really watch comic book movies a lot, anyways, though. But being a guy that doesn't read comics or doesn't watch comic book movies a lot, Logan was just a damn good film on its own, and that's the impressive part, I feel like. And I'm not saying all Marvel movies aren't good or something. I mean, I don't think they all are anyways, but it was just a good movie and very entertaining. Come on, man. Jack Black ruined the King Kong movie. I thought Jack Black was great in the 2005 one, honestly. I think that it's weird casting, but I think he fit there. I think that he wasn't really miscast. And it's a weird casting, I know. But for me, it fit. I can understand it wouldn't for other people, but oh well. Old Man Josh movie reviews. I feel like I'm not really qualified to do movie reviews. I can give my thoughts, but I feel like I do look at things critically, but I feel like I don't have that experience of looking at things critically, if that makes sense. I haven't really been looking at things too critically until recent years. Is it true that Josh is a cuck? Thank you. Thank you, Hitler. Is that a picture of Hitler? Bro, I don't know. I can't click on that. What's your favorite modern Western animated show? I don't watch TV very often now. What would be? I mean, how modern? I don't really know because I don't watch a whole lot. I can't really give a good answer to that. Sorry. My cat won't shut up. What should I do? Shove a firecracker up its ass. Don't actually do that though. It's, you know, it might look cool, but it's probably not the best thing. Do it on the neighbor's cat before you do it on your own. That's a reference to something, and I know no one's gonna get it because I kind of butchered the line, but it is a reference to something. But I know no one's gonna get it, especially with 46 people watching. It's just no way. Samurais are overrated. Knights would fuck them up. I have no say on that. So, I mean, I got absolutely nothing to say to that one. I know in For Honor, I know I play as a samurai, but as far as who would actually win, if they're at their peaks, I mean, yeah, knights have like that thick armor, but the katana's really sharp. But I don't know jack squat about knights and samurais, so don't take my word for it. I have no say in the matter, and I don't want to put a say in the matter. Is it South Park? Is that my favorite modern? I mean, I guess you could say that's a modern animated show, right? I mean, it's still going on. I haven't seen it in a few years, though. It's weird. After the South Park Stick of Truth game, which was phenomenal, I mean, I haven't seen South Park since. And that's not really because I don't like South Park anymore. It's just because I really don't watch TV. I don't know why I don't. I just don't do it. The only time I watch TV or anything close to it, really, besides YouTube, is if I watch Netflix, and usually that's when I get drunk at night. I'll just watch something on Netflix. One time I got to watching a freaking Shrek musical, and I tell you, I might have been drunk, but I still didn't enjoy it. Let's see, can we go for 40 minutes on this Q&A? Let's see that. This probably would have been about the time where the regular Q&A would have been going up if I didn't do it live. But whatever, it doesn't matter. What's the best thing to eat when you can't poop? I got a log inside me, and it's 10 times the gravity of Earth. Should have said crapity of Earth. No, that's terrible. I shouldn't say that, actually. Forget I said that. Cut that. Cut that out. If this was a regular Q&A, that would have been cut out. No, it wouldn't have. I would have been too lazy to do that. What's the best thing to eat when you can't poop? I guess a laxative. I don't know. You're going to get a lot more than you bargained for, though. Want to see my Dragon Balls? What about my Power Pole? I'm always interested in Dragon Ball merchandise. So if you have a Dragon Ball replica or a Power Pole replica, boy, I'd love to see it. Hi. Cool, you're on. Atari versus Xbox One. I mean, come on, bro. Xbox One, but I mean, without Atari, where would we really be? We wouldn't really be a lot of places with gaming without Atari. But at the same time, you could say that, but you could also say someone else would have came along and more popularized the console market, which really was Nintendo. But I don't want to get into all that stuff. Hadouken versus Kamehameha. Come on, bro. Kamehameha. Let's see. I kind of want to do more from the chat because these ones are getting kind of silly. Do you think the creator of the Super Dragon Balls is more powerful than the Omni King and can undo anything he does? What if the creator of the Super Dragon Balls is the Omni King? What about that? I mean, the prize is going to be all the Super Dragon Balls for the tournament, and I know that's... I know that's not saying a lot because it was obviously gathered for the Universe 6 arc, but what if he's the creator of them? What if it's the Grand Priest because he's obviously the Grand Man? You know, I have always said since we saw the Omni King, maybe there is someone else in charge. And I'm not saying it's the Grand Priest. There might be someone else we haven't seen. Oh, Zuno said it's not the Omni King that created him. Okay, well, I just forgot that then. I can't remember everything. I'm always a I can't even speak. I'm always a oh, boy, I can't say forgetful. Forgetful is what I was saying. I'm always a forgetful guy. What the hell is wrong with me today? Should I just, like, go to sleep? I'm forgetful. Sorry, I didn't remember that. So if someone else created it, then... it was the Dragon God Zalama or whatever, right? Or is that wrong, too? See, if this was a video, I would have researched that. Or, I'm sorry, brushed up on the material. I can't keep everything in my head. I don't really know if the guy... I mean, if it's up the same rules as on Earth and on Namek, where the Dragon Balls are only as strong as the creator, which is still kind of a BS line anyways. I mean, unless the Omni King can do anything, then yeah, I guess the guy who created him is probably the strongest thing ever. But I guess that's my answer to that, and that's probably a good one to leave off on, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed the little, I say little, it's like a 40-minute long Q&A. I had fun. I think I just like interacting in the chat at this point. What are we on, like Q&A 112, 115? It almost seems crazy because how many guys are even going to get to 120, almost 120 Q&As? Like, that's psycho. That's crazy to me. And maybe I shouldn't have done them weekly, but a lot of people did them weekly too, but they stopped doing them or they take huge breaks. I just kept doing them. I'm not trying to say it to stroke my balls or anything. I'm just saying, like, the fact that I kept doing them has made it so I've gotten over 100. And I know that doesn't mean a lot to everyone. But to me, as the guy making them and reading them every single time, and seeing all the questions, experiencing every single one of them, I've been doing these since I've had like before 100 subscribers. That's freaking crazy to me. And yes, Vajihan, I said stroke my balls. I don't know. The whole YouTube thing is kind of crazy. But I love doing it, and you know, sometimes it is maybe a little exhausting to get something up. But I do like it. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching always. And I know there's always people that don't like watching or just come to hate on me, or there's people that just have a problem with something I'll say, or any random person that'll just say some stupid shit. I don't really care about them. I mean, to me, they're just an asshole on the internet. And whether they're like that in real life or not, it bothers me to think that someone would be like that in real life. It's like, how can people be such assholes? But there are people out there that are like that just go out and insult people, or just have such short tempers, or just such really puny critical thinking skills, or just any sort of, I guess, manners, really, or just common decency to really be a decent person. It's not a hard thing to do. And I've been an asshole plenty of times, but I guess maybe it's the way I was raised or something. I'm just like naturally kind of an easygoing guy, but you know, like I basically want to say, like, regardless, you know, I love the people that watch my videos. The people that don't like them, they can continue to not like them. I'm not trying to make my channel into something that needs to appeal to everyone. It's something that I like to do, and I get the audience that likes to see that kind of stuff. It's not the biggest audience, but the people that want to see it, go ahead and watch it. Why am I going into like a monologue right now? I do just like to talk. And maybe at the end of a Q&A is not a problem, especially a live one. I'm glad to see you guys in the chat, you know, saying that you do love the stuff. It's great. So, you know, I'm going to try to keep doing daily videos. It's good because I never say I do daily videos. I know no one was bitching me because I didn't upload in 2 days, for 2 days, but, you know, again, pretty shitty about the freaking Jaguar getting destroyed. That was an amazing car. And apparently for like a year that I've had it, the thing was about ready to fall apart, and I was going like 90 down some roads. That freaking... Boy, I could have died so many times. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm gonna keep talking if I don't. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I'll try to keep doing my daily stuff. And yeah, catch you guys later.